Ladies and gentlemen, let me fucking do this shit right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing tonight? We're here tonight on a Thursday. We're gonna do our sports show like we do every. So we're gonna do our sports show like we do every day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a Thursday. We got a bunch of stuff here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A bunch of shit going on in the world of sports. Let's see here. Let's go through the start off with the NFL here tonight. Let's see here. Is a lot of controversy in New England, man. Who should be the starter? Should it be back to Mac Jones, or should it continue to be Bailey Zappi? As Bailey Zappi, I believe, is 2-0, and in that one game he came in, he almost won in overtime versus the Packers. So Bailey Zappi has been playing good football for New England, but they're saying that Mac Jones might be ready to go finally. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, but a lot of people are saying Bailey Zappi should be the quarterback over Mac Jones. We'll see, man. A lot of people are saying, is it possible the Jets are the third best team in the AFC? That is, man, the Jets are having a very good season so far, man. They got wins. They got a lot of wins right now. Again, I think they beat the Packers this past week. I think they also who didn't they come back from, like, it was against Cleveland. They came back from like 15 points down like 3 minutes. So a lot of people are high on the Jets, man. A lot of people are high on the Jets. All right. And believe it or not, that's actually for football already. Not a lot of football here tonight on a Thursday. I'm surprised. We do have Thursday night football tonight. The Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. So we'll look forward to that. But let's actually move over to the National Basketball Association, man. There were X-rays done on forward Danny Avdija from the Washington Wizards. The X-rays came back negative, so that's good to know. Let's see if there's any more news. It seems like we're actually more loaded with wrestling news more than anything. Pacers center Miles Turner is expected to miss at least 1 week after suffering ankle sprain when he landed on a ball under the rim in pregame warm-ups. Jesus Christ, this dude got hurt in pregames warming up for the game. Pendejo face for freaking Miles Turner sprained his ankle, man. Jesus Christ, man. Pendejo face for Miles Turner. Wow, man. Minnesota Timberwolves have released Eric Paschall. He's a nice little player. I think he's going to get picked up by somebody else, man. All right, man. Zach LaVine is hurt for the Chicago Bulls. We already know that. All right, so that's it. Let's go over to baseball. Obviously, we had the damn playoff games last night. We had the 2 games, man. The fucking Padres, man, they had to come back, man. They were freaking down. The freaking Padres, man, they were freaking down 4-0, and the freaking second inning, man, the fucking Phillies took a 4-0 lead. But then the Padres came back, man, and they ended up winning the game at the end there, 8-5, man. They had to win that game, obviously. They couldn't afford to go down 2-0, especially losing both of the home games, man. So that was a huge win by the Padres, man. The fucking rally, man, there at the end, man. Freaking Dory started off in the second inning with a home run. Then Josh Bell hit another one. They had a big 5th inning. I think they scored like fucking 5 runs in the 5th inning. And then Machado closed it out with the knockout punch in the 7th inning. And then at the end, Rhys Hawkins hit a home run for the Phillies. 8-5 was the final score. But just like on over the weekend when they were down 3-0 and they had that big 7th inning versus Dodgers to go from losing 3-0 to winning 5-3. Same thing tonight, man. Same thing. They had that 5th crazy inning, which, like I said, I believe they put up 5 runs in that 5th inning. And that was really the difference maker. And they ended up winning the game 8-5. And now we got game 3 as we are tied 1-1. Houston Astros and Yankees, they opened up last night, man. It was a pitching duel most of the night between what's his face, Jameson Talon and freaking Justin Verlander. We did get early runs. We got Josh Bader hitting a home run. And then in the second inning, we had Martin Maldonado driving a run. We had I believe Alex Bertman hit a fly ball that if it would have probably landed, it would have been a double. That could have been a huge run for the Astros. But Aaron Judge dove in and made a saving catch. That could have possibly blown the game wide open in the first few innings. But then it really got wide open at the end there, man. The Astros went ham with some home runs. Freaking Yuli Girl, and then freaking what's his name? Mashinke, whatever the fuck his name is. And then Jeremy Pena hit another one. Made it 4-1 Astros. And then at the end, in the eighth inning, the Yankees threatened. Anthony Rizzo hit a home run, made it 4-2. And then they brought in the closer Ryan Presley to shut them down. And Ryan Presley got a 4-out save. And the Astros won it 4-2. But good game. That one is 1-0. We'll see what happens tonight in game 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's do some freaking wrestling. We are actually loaded. I think that's what we really got the most tonight. The damn wrestling here tonight on a Thursday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the damn wrestling news. All right, so it has been reported that there's suddenly some advance in this freaking brawl out with Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and CM Punk. They fired Ace Steel. Apparently, they really wanted to fire him, and apparently it was a close conclusion that they fired him once Kenny Omega appeared a few weeks ago in a New Japan event, and he still had the marks of the bites in his arm from Ace Steel's biting him. So that's when they said, yeah, we got to fire this guy. So officially on Monday, AEW released Ace Steel, that CM Punk's manager. So that's gonna make CM Punk pissed off. So we'll see how things go there. Shinsuke Nakamura, they're saying he might go to. He appeared this past week on NXT, and they're saying he might stay in NXT now. I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's nice for a freaking Shinsuke Nakamura to go to NXT if there's nothing for him on the main roster. Although, I don't know. I mean, SmackDown, they could use them, but now with SmackDown adding some other guys, over the last few months, like Bray Wyatt, Karrion Kross, Rey Mysterio, they might be fine. I don't know. They're saying Austin Theory appeared on NXT this past week, and he threatened to cash in the Money in the Bank. So is it possible they're gonna? Would that be a first time ever? Jesus Christ! Austin Theory cashing in on freaking NXT and on maybe Braun Breaker. Jesus Christ, man, that shit is crazy, man. That would be fucking some crazy ass shit, man. I don't know how I would feel about that if I was Austin Theory, man, potentially cashing in on NXT instead of But that's the thing, that where Roman Reigns, man, there's just nowhere to. They just don't want him to lose a championship. So Jesus Christ, man. Oh my goodness, man. All right, let's see. I think we got more news over here tonight on a Thursday. Let's see here. Apparently there was another backstage altercation. Backstage, and it almost led to a fight, but I guess it didn't. I get it. I think it was between I think Eddie Kingston and I don't even remember who it was. Was it one of the? I think it was Ortiz or Santana. One of the Ortiz or Santana that apparently it didn't get into any. It did not get into any fist fights. But apparently there was an altercation backstage. Also, they were talking about this past week on Evolution, whatever the fuck the show's called. It's on YouTube. Athena and this other girl had a match, and Athena really went at her. Like, she really fought her like if it was a fucking real fight, man. It was really crazy, man. But that other girl, I can't remember her name is, but she pretty much said that supposedly she didn't say much. She's like, I'll just take. I guess she doesn't want to create any problems, so she just took it and didn't complain, I guess. But she whooped her, man. She punched her, kicked her. I think one time she suplexed her out of the ring. She bit the shit out of her. But apparently, they were saying it because it was Athena was frustrated because she hasn't been featured on TV a lot. But I don't know. That's not. I think she was supposed to be a baby face, and people and the fans at the arena started realizing that she was really legit hurting the other girl, and that the fans started booing Athena, man. But Jesus Christ, man, that is crazy, man. That is fucking crazy, man. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking Athena actually. Let's see here. More shit, man. So here we go. We got the fucking like I said, apparently Eddie Kingston and either Ortiz or Santana, I can't remember one of them. They had an argument backstage, almost got into a fist fight, but thankfully it didn't become a fist fight. But apparently, they're saying that still Ortiz and Santana are not talking to each other. They still want to freaking they don't want to tag team anymore, and they're saying Ortiz is more laid back, but Santana is the one that created all the problems, and they're saying that once their contracts come up, do not be surprised if Santana wants a release from the company. But apparently, the one that's being an asshole is Santana. Let's see here. People reacting backstage to Ace Steel getting fired, but they said a lot of people are not even talking about the situation anymore ever since they had that meeting with led by Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho a few weeks ago. There hasn't really been a lot of talk about the Ace Steel firing backstage because of that meeting they had. So I guess Chris what's her name? Chris Stylander appeared on fucking this week on or she appeared last week. Was it on Rampage or something? I don't think it was off TV. And she Orange Cassidy, I hate carrying titles, and she carried the title for him. But obviously, Chris Stylander said nowhere to be back. She said I'm 100% focused on recovering from my ACL tear. Obviously, no, she had a fucking brace and everything, a knee brace. She nowhere to come back for her, man. Adam Page, obviously, update. He was released from the hospital with a concussion. They're happy at least it was a concussion and not a neck injury. Because that could have been terrible if it was a neck injury, man. But apparently it was just a concussion for Adam Page, man. The ratings, man. The ratings came on as both AEW and NXT had a freaking a face-off this past Tuesday. But, I predicted NXT was going to be somewhere from 500,000 to 700,000. And they were, man. They got 600,000. But I thought NXT, AEW would get maybe like 900,000. They only got 700,000, man. And I know because a lot of people were saying, well, it was because it was on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday. And, a lot of people did remember, but also a lot of people did not know it was on a Tuesday. I don't know, man. I was surprised they only got 700,000 viewers. AEW. It was a very good show, man. I'll review it here in a few minutes. But it was a pretty damn good show, man. But yeah, man, I was surprised that they still beat them, but I was surprised they only got 700,000. I thought we'd get a little bit more, but I guess what maybe possibly caught people off guard that it was on a different day than usual. NXT is apparently after 2 years with the pandemic, they've only been doing shows in the Performance Center in Florida. Apparently, Shawn Michaels had an interview and said we're ready to move out and have shows at other cities. If that's part of the developmental that we do here to train the guys to eventually be main roster guys, we got to get them out to bigger crowds, bigger arenas, into other cities around the country. So Shawn Michaels says, I think we're about ready for NXT to get back on the road here after 2 years of just being in Florida. Apparently, they're talking about a new potential show for frickin' NXT. They frickin' filed a trademark. And they filed it on their entertainment. So a lot of people believe it's gonna be a new show. They already got obviously NXT and they got Level Up. Now they're saying a potential third show for NXT. Jesus Christ, man, where the fuck is that gonna go? They barely get any views for. Jesus Christ, I don't know, man. Apparently they're saying Carl Anderson's apparently officially out for that New Japan match. He's not gonna do it. A lot of people were wondering what's gonna happen, but apparently it's been announced Carl Anderson will not defend his neverweight New Japan Championship in November, as he's also committed to the Saudi Arabia show and Crown Jewel on that same weekend. So it's done. I guess he's gonna relinquish it. People were wondering if this was a way to possibly have a partnership between New Japan and AEW. Excuse me, between New Japan and WWE. But apparently it's over. They're not gonna. He's not gonna participate in that. He's not gonna participate in that match. It's been announced. Jesus Christ, man. That is crazy, man. All that shit for nothing, I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I still have to review NXT. Jesus Christ. I mean, Dynamite. Jesus Christ, man. We are loaded here tonight on a freaking Thursday, man. Dynamite. All right, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's because of the fucking everything got clusterfuck because of the freaking of NXT of Dynamite being on a different day, man. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can get a card here for Dynamite. So this was called Title Tuesday. I guess it rhymes on a fucking Tuesday. You have a fucking, it rolls off the tongue. You have a fucking bunch of titles, so you might as well make it Title Tuesday. We start off with a fucking match, the Trio Championships, that Triangle versus the Best Friends. It was a good match, I guess. Good match, man. At one point, Pac wanted to cheat, but the fucking the freaking Lucha Phoenix tells them stop it, man. You don't need to cheat to win, and so they still win regardless. So that Triangle retains their fucking Trio Championships. So good start to the match, man. And then we get a freaking the women's interim match between Hakura Shakira and Toni Storm. It was a good match. Toni Storm wins it. But after the match, we got a fucking brawl, man. Everybody came out. Freaking Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Rabel, everybody at the end there. Saraya came out. I think Saraya's officially cleared, man. And I think she's gonna feud with freaking Britt Baker, man. She comes out. She starts attacking Britt Baker. They fucking start fighting through the crowd, man. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, man, good shit, man. And then Reisho, the Japanese girl, came out, and that was pretty much the end there. They brawl, and Rahito, whatever, I can't pronounce these Japanese names. I apologize. They ended up with freaking Rahisho and Toni Storm standing tall, and then they just walked out. They're putting good stuff right there with the woman. At least they're trying now more, man. At least now they're freaking trying more, man. We got a backstage interview with Renee Young and FTR. FTR, I guess, they're going to have a match on Rampage with Keith Lee and Sterling. And I guess the winner's going to be the number one contender for the Acclaimed titles. So good shit, man, right there. And then we get a backstage Raw, freaking Jay Lethal and this other guy, Sojai, whatever the fuck his name is, beat the hell out of Darby Allin, man. They freaking beat the hell out of him backstage. They fucking threw him through the garage. There's a garage there, and then they fucking slammed the fucking garage door in his fucking rib cage. And then I think Jay Lethal puts him in a finger 4. Jesus Christ, man. Where the fuck was Sting, man? And then we get probably the best part of the show, man. Tony Schiavone in the fucking ring interviewing William Regal, and then MJF comes out. What a fucking promo by MJF, man. Fucking pretty much talking about how 7 years ago he had a WWE tryout, and he said I did really good, in my match, and then William Regal pulled me to the side and he gave me 3 minutes why I should hire you. And I told him, in your fucking draw drop. And then he asked you, how old are you? And he said 19, that you're damn too young, but I want you to go work your ass off, man. And I want you to every month send me a video of a promo and a match. So he said the first 2 months, fantastic. I sent him the video. He said, yeah, good shit, man. Keep up your good work. I look forward to keeping up with your work. But then the third month, he told him, MJF, I'm busy, signing other people. And let WWE focus on signing only big stars. So until you become a big star, don't email me anymore. And MJF was saying that shit broke his heart. He wanted to kill himself, but he didn't. He worked his ass off. And now 7 years later, he's like, I'm the face of AEW, and you're just an old wash-up man. And then, people started fucking cheering for MJF and booing William Regal. And then William Regal said, really, dude, I left my fucking house when I was 16 years old, man. And I had a fight, man. I had to fight a grown man in their 30s, man. I had to get my ass whooped. If at 19 an email was the thing that fired you up to be in this business, to make it, well, then you had it easy, my friend. And then people started back cheering William Regal, man, because he went off too, man. And then he's like, stop taking shortcuts, man. That's your problem, man. You've always taken shortcuts, man. Do things the right way. Do them like a man. And then William Regal's like, he turns his back. He's like, hit me. And then MJF pulls out the fucking ring that he uses to knock out people. But then he just walks away. But pretty good shit, man. By far the best part of the show, man. Great ass shit right there, man. Let's see here. And then I think Renee is backstage again with the Acclaim, and I guess they're gonna have when's this match on Rampage? It's gonna be freaking the Acclaim versus I don't even know who the fuck they're. Jesus Christ, man! I don't even know. It's for the fucking trademark for the freaking Scissors Me, trademark shit. Kind of stupid. Supposedly Mark Sterling got the freaking the varsity athletes. I don't even know what the fuck those are, guys. The varsity athletes. So they're gonna fucking fight on Friday for the freaking rights to say "Daddy, Scissors Me, Daddy." Jesus Christ, what the fuck, man. And then they have a backstage kind of sit down with Renee Young again. Renee Young getting heavily used. Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta, and Wheeler Yuta pretty much got pissed at Bryan Danielson for trusting, thinking Daniel Garcia was on his side, and then turn his back on him. He's like, how the fuck do you not see it coming? Me and Claudio Castagnoli saw that coming from a mile away, and he pretty much talking about like, me, Moxley, Claudio, we know what this stands for, the Blackpool Indian Combat Club, but perhaps you don't know, man. And kind of like he was pissed off at him, so I don't know. Maybe they're gonna turn on Bryan Danielson. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. And then this was probably the worst part of the show, man. We had fucking Chris Jericho putting the Ring of Honor on the line, the Ring of Honor world title versus Dalton Castle. Who the fuck is Dalton Castle, man? I don't even know who. He just looked like he was wearing a fucking blue diaper, man. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck, man? Obviously Chris Jericho wins. And then after the match, Chris Jericho tried to freaking for some reason beat up the fucking ring announcer, the Ring of Honor ring announcer. And then this other guy comes up. I guess he was like a former Ring of Honor wrestler. And fucking Chris Jericho freaking power drives him, two-stone power driver him on the fucking stage. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. Jerry Lynn, I think, was the guy's name, Jerry Lynn. And then we get a freaking another shit for a Rampage, man. I guess Jade Cargill wants her fucking title back. That it's taken right now by Nyla Rose, and she pretty says that on Rampage she's gonna hijack the show until Tony Khan forces Nyla Rose to give her TBS championship back, I guess. And then we get the fucking main event, man. Jon Moxley versus Adam Hangman Page, man. Great match, man. Fucking as Jon Moxley making his entrance to the crowd, Adam Page goes and attacks him. At one point, they're fighting through the crowd. At one point, Adam Page gets like on top of like the second level, like the second deck, and he fucking does a fucking backflip and lands on Jon Moxley. Pretty good shit. Obviously, Jon Moxley bleeding all over the damn place. But then, man, we I don't know how much left was in the match, man, but freaking Jon Moxley hits a fucking clothesline, man, and Adam Page kind of landed it weird, and he was out cold. That's when they had to fucking stop the match, man. And it was kind of a clusterfuck, man. Like I said, who knows what was left in the show? How many more minutes, man? You know, the commentary team, you know, they're over there. They're like, yeah, we had to stop the match. Obviously, so the referees realizing something was really wrong with Adam Page and them making the right decision. They start promoting Rampage this Friday, and then you know, I think at one point Taz was like, "I'm sorry, guys," you know, continue. Like he kind of like was kind of like kind of frustrated that they were previewing Rampage, advertising Rampage, while Adam Page was getting stretchered out of the arena. You know, he always has sunglasses. He took the sunglasses off. You could tell he was really worried about the situation with Adam Page. You know, they try to keep us informed that like he's getting stretchered. They weren't really showing it, but they were showing the commentaries. Like, he's getting stretchered out of the arena, you know. And then like Jon Moxley does a freaking. You could tell this Jon Moxley was maybe not in it as well as he actually said. He said the F word. I think he's like, what the fuck's his name? MJF. Like I know they said a bunch of shit, man, like shit and bitch. I don't know if I ever heard them say the fuck word, the F word. He's like, what the fuck is this kid's name? Oh right, MJF. Jesus Christ, man. Then MJF comes out. He comes out with a referee threatening he's gonna freaking cash in his chip, but then he gives it to William Regal. He's like, give me a fucking microphone, William Regal. I'm gonna actually do it for the fucking first time in my miserable life. I'm gonna do things the right way, and I'm letting you know right now. I'm cashing this shit at fucking Full Gear, and I don't want any excuses. I don't want you to be 50%. I want you to be 100% when I beat you for the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. William Regal just fucking smiling, and you know, fucking Jon Moxley gets back on the microphone, and at first the microphone doesn't work. Jesus Christ, we can't even get the fucking microphone to work. This show's going downhill. That was hilarious, man. And that was pretty much the end of the show. Obviously, he's like, I accept your challenge. See your ass at Full Gear. You know, I'm going to fucking... It's the biggest mistake you ever made in your life. I'm going to fucking break your bones. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to leave you in a blood pedal. Puddle. You know, that was pretty much the end of the show, man. It was a very good show, honestly. It really was, despite what happened to Adam Page, man. Hopefully he's okay. Like I said, he concussion and he's already out of the hospital. It was a very good show. I wished I would have known who the fuck that guy was that was Castle, that was fighting Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor. But it was a very good show. They did a good job. Obviously, what stole the show was the storyline now that we have with MJF and Jon Moxley and William Regal. That's pretty much what stole the show, man. Interesting to see where like they go with the whole interesting with the backstage segment Wheeler Yuta and Bryan Danielson had. Interesting where they go with that. Rampage is kind of loaded up this week. Like we got FTR versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. We have the Acclaim versus the Varsity Athletes for the rights of Scissors Me Daddy. Jade Cargill's gonna be there at the start of the show, demanding that Nyla Rose hands her TBS championship back. This show's loaded, man. This fucking show coming up on Friday is loaded, man. It might be a good one. It's gonna be live in Florida, I believe. That's another reason why they're I guess they're loading it up, because it's gonna be live. It's not gonna. They usually film it after Rampage on Wednesday, after AEW Dynamite. But this week they're doing it live on Friday, live in Florida. So it should be a good one. But ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm all like a light. Have a good night, everybody.